Sixth grade, investigation 3.1, summary, variables, and patterns. We have lots of different vocabulary in this section. The first one is an expression. An expression is a mathematical phrase containing numbers, variables, and operation symbols. There are no equal signs in an expression. So an expression might be 3x plus 4. Okay, an expression might be y minus 7. Okay, or an expression might even just be 3 plus 4. Okay, so we have contained variables, numbers, and operation symbols. A coefficient is a numerical factor, so that means I'm multiplying because we're talking about factors, in any term of an expression. Okay, it's a number multiplied by the variable. So in other words, if I have the expression 5y plus 7m, 5, because it's my numerical factor when I'm multiplying 5 times y, and also 7 are my coefficients. So 5 and 7, because they're both being multiplied by variables, okay, are your coefficients. Okay, so 5 and 7 are your coefficients. An equation is a rule containing variables that represent a mathematical relationship. This one has an equal sign. Okay, so this, in an algebraic equation, 15x plus 3 equals 50. Okay, this is an equation. Okay, because now I have numbers, variables, okay, and an equal sign. In algebra, when we define a variable, or sometimes it's used a let statement. Okay, so an example, basically what you're doing is you're explaining what your variable in your algebraic equation represents. So typically you'll see something like let y equal yards, or sometimes people will say let y represent yards, or maybe let x equal time. So basically you're saying, what does that variable represent within the equation? So then in this investigation, we translated English sentences into equations. Okay, so we have to include a let statement to define your variable. So here's an example. The cost in dollars is equal to 16 times the number of people. Okay, so I'm going to say that C is going to be my cost, okay, in dollars. Okay, and we don't know how many number of people, so N is going to be my number of people. So C is usually means equals, my cost equals 16 times the number of people, 16N. Okay, some of you might write it as 16 times N. The reason why we leave that out, or you don't typically now use X, is X could be a variable. Okay, so 16N means 16 times N. Let's try another one. 40 miles per hour for a given number of hours must equal 350. Okay, so my H in this case is going to be hours because I have 40 miles per hour and for a given number of hours. So H is going to be hours. Okay, 40 miles per hour. So I'm going 40 miles. I don't know how many hours I'm going, equals 350 miles. So I'm going 40 miles an hour for a certain amount of time equals 350.